This is crazy. This is my last YouTube video of my pregnancy. What is that about? Anybody know what's going on there? Because it sure doesn't feel real to me. We're gonna drink I think it's pronounced Belicious? Belicious? I don't know. I've shown these to you guys before. I just get these at a local market. They are made in Canada. They have super clean ingredients. They have like 35 calories per can if you care about that. And they're sweetened with honey. So they're actually like refined sugar-free, which I love about them. So, but they have a little bit of sweetness to them. So this is the peach Bellini flavor. And I just think they're so delicious. So like I said, today will be my last YouTube video of my pregnancy. We're gonna talk a little bit about my symptoms from 34 weeks until now, which honestly, I've been feeling a lot more in the last like week or two since going off work than I have kind of the whole rest of my third trimester. So a lot of it will kind of be like the last couple of weeks. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about my symptoms, sort of what I'm doing right now as I prepare for birth, and kind of like what's taking up my day. And then I will show you guys around our nursery a little bit too, because I haven't shown you guys our nursery yet. So yeah, it'll be kind of just a little bit of like an update of sort of what's going on. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Sydney. I'm a perinatal athletic therapist and postnatal fitness specialist, and I'm currently taking you guys through my first pregnancy, and we're just gonna carry right on through into motherhood. I've shared a lot on here throughout my pregnancy of things that have happened, that kind of like what goes on with different things in pregnancy, because I feel like there's so many things that we just don't really talk about or we don't really address. So yeah, I've been pretty real. I've been pretty real and honest about a lot of the things I've experienced. If you'd like to take a look at some of the other things I posted in regards to pregnancy, or if you want to follow me into motherhood, please feel free to subscribe and stick around for a while. So I'm currently 39 weeks, 5 days. We're just waiting for baby to arrive, essentially. I've been off work for a week and a half now. Really, I haven't been off work that long, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm bored. I'm really bored. I don't know what to do with my time. I'm home alone all day for the most part, unless like someone comes over to visit me or I go and meet with somebody. But to be honest, like I'm not good at just like being at home by myself. I don't love like watching TV all day long. I like to be active if I can. So it's been a bit of an adjustment, but I'm forcing myself to slow down. I'm forcing myself to relax a little bit, to read a little bit more, to just like get some things done around the house, but not feeling like I have to do them quickly. Like I'm just like taking my time, and yeah, I'm really trying to focus and allow myself to just slow down and relax a little bit more, and just allow myself to get into a good mindset as I wait for labor and delivery to happen. So over the past couple weeks, I've experienced a couple different things. The first one being over the last couple of days only, actually, I started experiencing some symphysis pubis discomfort. Not a lot, like I wouldn't say it's constant. I wouldn't say like I'm having a hard time rolling in bed. I can definitely feel it when I walk and when I go like up and down the stairs, but it's definitely there. And I think that that's just my body getting my pelvis ready for labor and delivery. Like I think that that's just my pelvis is opening and relaxing, is allowing those ligaments to just stretch a little bit more and to move a little bit more. And so I think that's mainly what's happening. It's not stopping me from really doing anything, but it's there. I can definitely feel that it's there. I'm starting to feel a lot heavier, especially in front, kind of in front of my pelvis. Definitely starting to feel heavier. I felt pretty good up until now in regards to that. I haven't felt like I'm carrying a lot of extra weight or anything like that, but I am definitely feeling heavier now. It's been really, really hot and humid where we live, and the last couple days we've actually had a nice break from the humidity, which has been nice, but I've been having a pretty consistent hard time breathing when I'm outside when it's so humid. Just taking deep breaths in general have been harder, but especially with the humidity, it just makes it just that much worse. I even tried the one day to go for a swim because I was like, this will be so nice. It'll take the pressure off my pelvis. I'll feel weightless. It'll be awesome. And essentially what happened was like the water, like the buoyancy of my baby in my belly just like shoved the baby further up into my ribs, which was very uncomfortable, and it actually made breathing that much worse. So I actually haven't really swam. It sounds lovely. It sounds like something I would love to do, but it was not comfortable at all. I'm just feeling a lot more fatigue in general as well. Like I can tell that my body is telling me it's time to slow down. So yeah, just in general, like I just feel tired all the time. Not quite like first trimester. I will take this over first trimester any day. Not quite to the point where I feel like I need to be napping or anything like that. It's mostly just like I can feel like I just get tired more easily, especially if I'm cleaning something or I'm moving stuff around. I need to take breaks a lot sooner than I normally would need to. My midwife appointments have been, I've been going every week for the past 6 weeks, I think. They've all been pretty much the same. So we've been talking about kind of how I will know that I'm in labor, when I need to contact my midwife, when I need to go to the hospital, like what to do with my water breaks, if my water breaks at home, all that kind of stuff. So it's been really nice to kind of go through that with my midwife. And then she was actually gone for a few weeks, so I had a couple different midwives, which was nice to be able to chat with different midwives as well. Other than that, at those appointments, we've been talking a little bit about how far I want to let myself go before we start talking about induction. And at this point, we have an appointment next week, which will be almost 41 weeks. And at that appointment, we will chat about, do we want to do a stretch and sweep? Do we want to book an ultrasound? Just kind of whatever my preference is when it comes to how long I want to let myself go before we take any action towards giving this baby a little bit of encouragement to come out a little bit sooner. And then other than that, at every midwife appointment, they check his positioning, and he has been head down for, I think since like 30 weeks, he's been head down. He's in a great position for delivery, so I'm really, really happy about that. They check his heart rate, which has also been good. They check my blood pressure, they measure me, and yeah, so everything has been looking really, really good so far. There's no red flags, which really allows me to feel less anxious going into labor and delivery. Labor and delivery is not something I'm scared of. It's not something that I don't feel anxious about it, other than the fact that we're excited to meet our baby. We're like more anxious excited to meet our baby. But when it comes to the actual labor and delivery, it's not something that scares me. And it's not something that makes me feel really anxious when I talk about it, when I think about it, when I practice my positions, when I practice my breathing, when I practice my holding of the ice cubes, all of that kind of stuff. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about with all that. I don't feel anxiety towards labor and delivery itself. And I think that that is very helpful going into the experience, knowing that I feel very comfortable with my birth team. I feel comfortable with the process of labor and delivery. And yeah, I feel supported, and I'm like, I don't want to make it sound weird, but I'm excited to experience it. And I'm just excited to meet my baby. So yeah, I think that allows me to just relax a little bit more while I'm at home, kind of just like waiting for baby to arrive. I've been collecting colostrum pretty much every day. I do a little bit. I've been just using like the 1 milliliter syringes, and there's some days that I'm getting like 3, there's some days that I get 1. So I'm getting a little bit every day just so that we have a little bit of a stock. And then we will bring those to the hospital with us as well. I'm still eating my dates. I hate the dates. I don't think they taste good. I literally am just eating them because they're good for you and they will more than likely positively influence my labor in some way. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have heard me talk about the dates. If you go to my Instagram, which is tagged below, I have a highlight actually that talks about utilizing dates within that third trimester, and all the information should be there in regards to me talking about it, some studies that were done, all that kind of stuff. So please feel free to head over there to check that out, because that's really, really good information if you are heading into your third trimester, specifically the end of your third trimester. Dates can be really, really helpful when it comes to labor and delivery. And other than that, I'm still walking twice a day. We still walk Cooper in the morning. I take him for usually like a 20-minute-ish walk, which is like 1.5 kilometers usually, and in the evenings we do another couple kilometers. So I am getting some walks in every day. I'm doing exercises on my ball. I am doing exercises on the couch or the bed that are just like some hip and pelvic mobility, some low back mobility, just to keep my body moving in a bit of a different way. And lots of breathing still. I'm doing lots and lots of breathing exercises, along with listening to my birth playlist. So I'm getting very comfortable with my birth playlist. It keeps me nice and relaxed, and I listen to it as often as possible because it's actually been shown in some of the research that the more relaxed your body feels while listening to certain music, the more you will replicate that when you're in a bit more of a high stress situation, something like labor and delivery. It can also allow the baby to be a little bit more relaxed too. So I'm doing that as much as I can, hoping that that will positively influence what's going on when it comes to listening to my playlist during labor and what my labor outcomes look like. That's pretty much all that's happening right now. I'm kind of nesting. We're getting lots of stuff done around the house, just kind of prepping, getting ready for baby. But now I want to show you guys the nursery. So let's go head over there. Okay, so the first thing about our nursery is very, very small. So we have tried to kind of find a few ways to make storage and everything a little bit better in here, because like I said, it is very small and we don't want it to be super cluttered or anything like that. So first thing when you walk in, the door, the first thing is the postpartum cart. So the top of the cart is mainly like a diaper caddy. I've filmed a couple reels and shorts on this, kind of what's in here, but this is all mainly sort of baby related stuff. There are some like nursing pads and that kind of thing in here, but mostly this is baby stuff. Then on this one, I have my maybe baby carrier. I have some granola bars, some like almond flour brownies sort of thing. I have some BioSteel electrolytes, and then we have some bottles and some hand sanitizer. And then the bottom is all pump stuff. So my Spectra pump, my Spectra S1, my Eufy pump, which we won't be using for a little while. That will be like a couple months down the line. And then some extra pump parts, some storage bags, and more extra pump parts over here. So this, I think, will kind of just stay like this for now, and then once I actually start utilizing it, I think I'll figure out a bit of a better way to utilize this space. Okay, so then we have the crib. Now, chances are we won't really be using the crib all that much in the first little while. This is a pile of blankets that we have received. I just am not really sure what to do with them. I think that they will find their place somewhere else in the house as we start to utilize them a little bit more. So we have a couple stuffies, Then a couple more blankets that were made for us. The Snuggle Me, actually this is the Simmons brand, but essentially the same thing. And then I'll show you the full crib. I've stored some things underneath, but I love this crib. I think it's so beautiful. I think it fits really, really well in here. This was from Facebook Marketplace, the crib and the crib mattress. We got the rug from a friend who bought it for her nursery and it was just too small. So we actually bought it off of them. These pictures are from Facebook Marketplace, which I just think are the cutest thing. And they fit so well in here. Then we have, so this is our diaper bag. This is the Poppy and Peonies diaper bag, and this is actually full of hospital stuff. So this is my hospital bag and baby's hospital bag, and that's basically ready to go. Then this chest is from my Oma. This was her sewing chest. And so what we're actually going to utilize this chest for is, this is where all of baby's books are. Or some of baby's books, anyways. So I thought that would be a really cute way to utilize this chest. And it just looks cute in here, let's be real. We have a salt lamp back there. We're going to be utilizing the salt lamp as like main lighting in the evenings or at nighttime. So our nursery chair is, I think it's the Dream on Me Chatham, I think it is. It's from Walmart. We got it on sale. I want to say it was like $250 or something. It's actually very, very comfortable. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a decent chair, Walmart has some good ones. So on the side table, currently, these are all things that need to be sanitized and cleaned. So I have a couple soothers. I have some pump parts, some bottles that were handed down to us, and then my new manual breast pump. And then this is my postpartum caddy. So this is going to go into the bathroom. There's just a couple things that are in my hospital bag that would normally go in here. So like perineal foam and balm and all that kind of stuff. So that will go into the that will hang out in the bathroom once we're home from the hospital. And then we were just testing out our monitor. So that can stay there. And then the other part that I'll show you in a minute and just needs to go up above the crib. Okay, this is kind of a dump corner, mostly because I just am not really sure what to do. I'm not really sure what to do with this stuff. So I have a box of stuff that was lent to me by a friend that we ended up getting doubles of, and some of the new stuff I decided to just keep, and so some of that stuff will just go back to her. I have extra of the like disposable like underwear diaper things. Those are all baby toys, extra diapers. These are all clothes. All of those boxes are clothes that have been handed down to us. And so we're just going to keep them there and kind of cycle them through as we can. This is a toddler toilet that was gifted to us from someone as well. And then we have another diaper caddy that we were gifted, which is actually going to be our car caddy. So we're going to fill that with extra clothes, extra diapers, extra wipes, all that kind of stuff, so that we don't have to overfill our diaper bag. I haven't really hung anything up, mostly because I just am not, I don't know. We put most of the stuff in the dresser, and so I don't really want to hang everything. Just seems like a lot of work to hang it all up, and it all fits nicely in the dresser right now, so we probably won't really be hanging much. I just have my birth ball on the floor there, and then if we come over here is the dresser. Now I'm just waiting for the changing pad. We are actually going to be using my sister's. She's going to be handing that down to us, and she just keeps forgetting to give it to me, so she will be giving that to me on Thursday later this week. But yeah, we need to just mount that that camera. We just have baby the positive pregnancy test, a card from one of my nieces, and then these like rainbow blocks. This is just a tripod, and then these are just a couple storage bins I'm not really sure what to do with, and baby's baby book. So then in the dresser, essentially what we've done is the top is diapers and wipes. because this will be a changing station. This side is burp cloths, swaddles, and washcloths. So that's pretty much all that's up here. Oh, and then some bibs. This drawer is newborn onesies. So these are all like short sleeve or no legs on them. So they're just like these ones. And then also a bunch of muslin blankets back there too. This one is sleepers. So sleepers. We have any sort of like booties or gloves. Those are socks. And then these are all pants and hats back there. So in these two are just newborn. And then we have the 3 to 6 month that is organized the same way in these two. And then back behind the door, so we were actually gifted a diaper genie, which we are perfectly fine with using because it's covered on top. If we just had an empty trash can, our dog would probably take the diapers and rip them to shreds. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I know there's a lot of people that don't like them, but honestly, it's perfectly fine. And then on the door, we got one of these door organizers. So we have the extra diaper genie refills down here. And just a few things that we're going to be using for baby. Here we have some medications, some extra soothers if we end up wanting to use them. And then these are all just diaper creams. We have some wipes, an extra crib sheet, and then these are all knitted clothing that didn't fit in my drawer, but I want to keep separate from all of the other stuff. Oh, I just realized I forgot to show you the shelves on the wall. So above the dump corner, we have a couple shelves. So these are from Amazon and just a little stuffy, some books, and then same thing there. I have a plant there. I'm probably going to put another plant on this side table. I just want things to feel like natural and comfortable, and there to be a lot of like earthy tones in here, which I think we've done pretty well. But I also need something for up here. I don't know if we should put like a mirror up there above the dresser, but yeah. So that's the nursery. I think it is adorable. I'm so excited to utilize this space. I'm excited for baby to be in here. But yeah, that's the nursery. Well, thanks for joining in my last video before I deliver this baby. Whenever he decides to arrive. But yeah, so I will chat with you guys postpartum, let you guys know what's going on. I'll tell you all about my birth story. I'll chat with you about the first little while postpartum and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry. I'll tell you all the information. So anyways, thanks for joining me today, guys, and I will talk to you guys soon.